Okay. Well, good day, everybody. Or somewhat good day. TJR here from TJR's Classic Rock Corner with yet another live feed. I'm doing more of these to get the show's name and reputation up until you get the next episode. Yeah, as the title tells you, R.I.P. Mick Ralphs, co-founder of Bad Company, founding member of Mott the Hoople, played with David Gilmour of Pink Floyd. Man, oh man, oh man. One of the saddest days of rock and roll history, man. And we're losing more rock and roll legends. This year has been pretty bad with rock legends dying. This is just another one. Last week was Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys. Prior to that was Sly of Sly and the Family Stone. Prior to that was Roy Thomas Baker, the producer of Queen. How's it going, Dancing Elves crew? How's it going, eh? Prior to that, John Sykes of White Snake, Thin Lizzy, Tigers of Pang Tang, and various other bands. The call to yonder is getting longer. Everyone's dropping like flies. Gary the Snail, how's it going, eh? Losing more rock and rollers. One of the saddest things going on in the world. How you doing, Gary? Ah, man. When we lost Mick Ralphs, man, that was horrible. I never thought we'd lose Mick Ralphs at Bad Company. Man, oh man. I mean, I read your article about Bad Company today. Very sad. Yeah. And he's not going to live to see the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction. And whoever you are, Zimmy or whatever, thank you. This is actually an American company. Most people don't know that Nike started in America by World War II veteran Bill Bowerman, who was a World War II vet, ironically played by Arlie Ermey in a movie based on Prefontaine's life that was made in '97. Jared Leto was but Arlie Ermey is Bowerman. That ruled. Oh my goodness. But yeah, talking about Mick Ralph's a Bad Company. Mick Ralphs. He was the unsung hero of Bad Company. Yeet Rick, get your Jay Uso ass out of here. Yeah, here's a little homage to Mick Ralphs. Ah, shit. Let me try this again. Shit. Yeet, get your boys in hood ass out of here. I'm trying to pay homage to Mick Ralphs, you bastard. If I had those golden dreams of my yesterday, I would wrap you in the heaven. They lay dying on the way. You know the words. Feel like making. Feel like making. I screwed up. Love. Feel like making love. Feel like making love. Feel like making love to you. Yeah. Oops, I almost hit the wrong button by mistake. Yeah. Elliot Desade, no politics, please. Rock and roll. I don't want to talk about Like guy, it sounds like he gargled a bottle of Drano. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Mick Ralphs started for Miranda Pingueno. If you're a bot, leave. Okay. Mick Ralphs and Bad Company, one of the best bands that ever existed. Got into them via the Led Zeppelin connection. Swan Song. Oh, Levi. Sheesh. Most of you patriotic, you know, I'm trying to do this thing. I'm trying not to lose my cool here. Scram. Joe Schmo, I can play the chords of Crazy Train, which are I don't have fast fingers. I can play the chords. I can play the bar chords. I don't have fast fingers. I'm not. Oh, Ryder wants a Beach Boys request. Okay, how about this? Do 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 do. Ba da 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 da. Do 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 do. I forgot the lyrics, 'cause I don't know shit. I can play this music. Surfing USA. I screwed up. Da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. Sheesh. Slipknot sucks balls, just like Eric Cartman says. And if you don't like it, you can kiss my ass. And you can kiss my ass in the USA. And Nirvana. How about this? Oops. Hendrix. I think I know a Hendrix tune or two. Hey Joe, where you going with that gun in your hands? Oops. I'm gonna shoot my old lady. 'Cause I caught her fucking another man. I shouldn't swear like that, Davis. Oh my goodness. Smells like Teen Spirit. I'm playing in standard tuning. Isaiah, get that Dr. Dre money making greedy prick out of my face. Green Day Brain Stew. It sounds like this. Da 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 do 624 25 or 64. I don't have fast fingers like Steve Vai. I wish I could play like him. How about this one? I know this Motley Crue tune. Let me see if I can figure this out. Yeah, Chicago. I was playing 25 to 64. Is it Bad Joke Monday? No. Shout out JS Fishing. Chris Handsome, are you trying to hit on me? I don't like dudes. I am doing Smells Like Teen Spirit and standard tuning. I'm not playing it in drop tuning. That's just too depressing. I'm trying to play a more upbeat thing. Because this is the actual chord if you play it in standard tuning. F F sharp minor, A, oh, F sharp minor, A, B, A, C. Can I play a little blues? Okay. In homage to the rock, here's a little blues. Leaving Sacramento, Sacramento, there I go. Leaving Sacramento, Sacramento, there I go. You got some fat ass women and Terrence is gonna just say no. SpongeBob is a fag and you can fly a flag. How do you fuckers live here? You must be going mad. Leaving Sacramento, Sacramento, I won't stay. Michael, you're a... what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, you're a strudel eater. Get your sausage jockey ass out of here, bitch. I'll be sure to come back when those Lakers beat the Kings in May. I'll be sure to go back to Florida when the Celtics beat the Heat in May. Oh my god. Wake up. Yeah, and ask your mom. Your mom did that. Sheesh, I got that from Rock Metal Combat. Wake up. Wake up. You grow up. No, I don't sound horrible. I'm grown up. When I look at you, I throw up. Yeah, and then your mother went over the corner and licked it up, baby. And Broadly, get your thug ass off my feed. Trying to talk rock and roll here and play some rock and roll tunes. Now take your Gaymar Jackson shit and get the hell out of here. Right. Chris Hansen, I don't talk to sausage jockeys. Your ass is out of here, bitch. Now another Bad Company tune I know. Oops. For you, Mick Ralphs. There's another Bad Company tune for Mick Ralphs. That's for you up there. Hope you're jamming with Boz Burrell, my man. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, the more trolls to get rid of, the better. Joker 2, I take music seriously. And I don't like people making fun of me because I was a victim of high school bullying. I've been bullied my whole entire life. And if you have autism spectrum disorder like me, and you get fucked by a lot of assholes, you gotta fucking not take anyone's shit. I came from a background where you have to fight to survive. I mean, now we live in a world where a bunch of pussies... Nicholas, shut up. Just shut up, Nicholas, you retard. Believe in God. Yeah, Nicholas, just shut up. I can do what I want. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself, Nicholas. Brother Bandano, military training. Yeah, my father, retired U.S. Army Sergeant, 22 years in the U.S. Army. That's why I was taught with the military upbringing of mine not to take any shit from assholes. When you were raised by an Army Sergeant, my dad, do I have a relationship with God? Yes, I'm a Catholic. I was baptized a Catholic when I was 12 years old. Thank goodness I didn't become a Methodist, otherwise I'd be spewing this rapture horse shit, which I think is a bunch of bollocks. Because in the Catholic religion, we're not taught about dispensationalism, praise the Lord, and we're not taught the rapture either. Vibe, the way I see it, we're all going to the same place when we die, dude. Micah, I pray when I fall asleep at night. I actually fall asleep doing this. I pass out when I'm praying. And, you know, and Rager, I support your, salute you, man. I salute you. Much obliged. Yeah, Pierce, mine was a late story. Do I think non believers will go to heaven? Absolutely. Jesus Christ died for everyone, including atheists, agnostics, because the way I see it, if we do good in this life, we're going to the next life, believe me. I mean, there's a lot of Ned Flanders types people in this world that kind of give people like me a bad reputation. But I'm not Mr. Fiddly Diddly Diddly on The Simpsons. That guy, he makes Christians look bad. Ernest Angley. Now he was funny. Now I believe that if you send your prayers, you send your money over to get me $15 million, and I'll answer your prayers. Eric Cartman mocked him on one of the South Park episodes. Oh, can I play Highway to Hell? You have to follow him. I do follow the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. It's just I don't subscribe to all that crap that some of these people abuse the Bible. There's various different Bibles out there. There's the Schofield Bible, there's the King James Bible, there's countless Bibles. The Schofield one's preaching that crap at that heretic Darby pushed back in 1830, causing people to fall for, which I don't think. Someone asked me to play Highway to Hell. Actually, here we go. What's my favorite hard rock artist? Simple. Led Zeppelin. My friend JCM Led Zeppelin Stories can play Led Zeppelin better than me. He plays more guitar than I've ever played in my life, and he's been alive much less than me. I've been alive for over Eminem. Pooey is what I think of that dude. He's as bland as vanilla ice. Speaking of which, guitar I've been playing pretty much off and on for 36 years. Alice in Chains. I don't know any Greek songs. I'm half Irish. I know this one. Yeah. Here's the thing on how I got baptized when I was 12 years old. It's a funny story. My parents forgot to baptize me when I was a baby because I had a Catholic father and I guess Methodist mother, I think, and they didn't know what religion to baptize me under. And I was never documented in the family Bible. So in November of 1987, I was doing CCD, and I was actually asked to leave because they asked me what First Communion was, and I was like, First Communion? I haven't even been baptized. So they asked me to leave. So I was like, well, I haven't been baptized. And they're like, yeah, your name's not in the book. And I'm like, yeah, I want to get baptized and get my First Communion. So cut to Easter weekend 1988. I was 12 years old. Talk about a day of literal heaven and hell. Matt, I do like Alice in Chains. I have to be in a mood for them, though, because And here's the thing about Lane Staley. He was a tortured soul, but one of the biggest goofballs known to mankind. Oops, I dropped my guitar pick. Matt, Alice in Chains were a great heavy metal band. Most people call them grunge. They were metal. They had their first exposure opening for Anthrax, Megadeth, and Slayer and Testament on the Clash of the Titans tour. And then it wowed old Samuel Horatio Hagar to the breaking point that Alice in Chains were asked to open for Van Halen on the For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge tour. It's like the For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge tour. You know, the Alice in Chains, Van Halen got made, you know, the Alice in Chains were ecstatic to open for Van Halen. Money for nothing. I can sing it. Oh my goodness. Look at them yo-yos. That's the way you do it. You play the guitar on the MTV. And I have an episode on Brothers in Arms on my page, Andrew, if you want to check that out. And I have something to say about the second verse, which they have to politically correct. Which what they really meant by the second verse. Not what was the video, depicted in the video, but the real intended targets. The glam metal dudes. And then the day I was baptized was the day before Easter 1988. True story. And that day, earlier that day, I got AC/DC Blow Up Your Video. Talk about the strange dichotomy of heaven and hell. I'm playing the guitar. I dropped the pick, so that means I have to grab another pick here. Queen, one of the best bands in the world. You got that right. And I can play Queen. Here's the riff of Under Pressure. I cannot have my guitar up too loud. My dad's upstairs. He's elderly. And I don't want to upset an elderly 80-year-old man. If I'm trying to play as loud as I can, I don't want to pull out an amplifier and delay the video here. Sound lucidity. I can play it. Shit. Mother, do you think they'll drop the bomb? Mother, do you think they'll like this song? Mother, do you think they'll try to break my balls? As in testicles. Ooh, mother, should I build a wall? Mother, should I run for president? Mother, should I trust the government? To quote Roger Waters, no fucking way. Mother, will they put me in the firing line? Ooh, is it just a waste of time? Anyway, I'll get back to guitar playing in just a moment. Someone says, Lucifer. All I gotta say is Lucifer actually got killed by a Man Bear Pig in South Park. So now Man Bear Pig is running hell. That was Pink Floyd, actually, Pierce. And I can do the guitar solo to Mother. It's pretty easy. I can play more. It's just I haven't played the guitar in quite some time. But yeah, I haven't played in quite some time. But yeah, my fingers hurt. Oh my goodness. I mean, Michelle, we can all believe in what we want to believe or choose not to believe. You know? But either way, Michelle, you're still cool in my book. You rule, Michelle. I love you. Michelle's all metal guitar. You must be some hot looking chick, Michelle. That's all I can say. And if you're taken, so be it. 21 Pilots. Buy CD or vinyl. Yeah, I have CDs and vinyl. That's all I have. And here's the kicker. If your internet goes down or your Bluetooth goes down, you are shit out of luck if you don't have one of these. This is actually a CDR of the Led Zeppelin Earl's Court thing. You have to label those damn things. Yeah. Here's Elvis. Take my whole life through, for I can't help falling in love with you. Da-da-da-da. Right to the sea. Da-da-da-da-da. That's the UB40 version of Can't Help Falling in Love. And Michelle's all metal guitar. Not only am I going to add you as a mod, but I want you as one of the greats, since you're a rock fan and cool. You're part of my group. Welcome aboard, ma'am. Yeah. Green Day. Radiohead. Here's my thing of Tom York. All he did is cry like a baby. Well, Tom York is not, you're not whining and crying because you want to be another Pink Floyd. You whine and cry, Tom York, because you absolutely suck, as The Rock says. Papa Roach. Yeah, nicked an Iron Maiden riff, Genghis Khan, the latter half of it, for their one hit. What's that song there? Last Resort, yes. I'm not talking about the Eagles track, which goes like this. I cannot play any more chords because I'm afraid Don Henley will sue my ass. How I can get away with playing Pink Floyd? No problem. I don't know Linkin Park in the end, but I do know this in the end. I can see what you need. Just takes you longer. I can feel what you feel. Just takes you longer. You can take me for a little while. You can break me, you can make me smile in the end. Oh yes you can. Green Day fan. Nickelback. Nickelback absolutely sucks. The worst thing to ever come out of Canada. The greatest thing to come out of Canada was the Three Wise Men, Geddy, Alex, and Neil, a.k.a. Rush. Tool. Blue Sky. You can like whatever you like. I just happen to not like Green Day. And this is a funny story. One time, my biological brother, who's 11 months older than me, was playing his Green Day cassette tape on my tape player, and it ate Dookie, and he was about to destroy my radio. That was until I put on Paradise Theater by Styx, and my radio played that CD without the glitch. My radio was trained to kill the bad shit and play the good shit. Good stereo. Ace, I agree with you. Oh my goodness. Audio Slave. Linkin Park, I feel like I said. Chester Bennington was a great singer. I just couldn't get behind that rap thing. Bennington was a tortured soul. Nickelback is horrible. They were the worst band to ever come out of Canada. Rush for the win. Geddy, Alex, and Neil, the three wise men from Toronto. Praise the Lord, God rest Neil's soul. And Green Day, they're poser punk. Real king of punk rock, Johnny Ramone. The real king of punk rock, Johnny Rotten. Yeah. Johnny Rotten. If Johnny Rotten were alive right now, him and Billy Joe would be fighting. Because I can picture Johnny Ramone about Donald Trump. This is what I'm doing. I say, God bless Donald Trump. God bless America. I'm Johnny Ramone. And Joe Robbins Armstrong, you're a pussy ass bitch. You couldn't even hold my jockstrap, bitch. Sorry, folks. Oh my god. The Stooges are MC5. Both were great. Yeah, Rambo and Rose. Every time I hear that, I fucking laugh my ass off. The guy, and then of course, kick the jams, motherfuckers. I say Hamas. Hamas. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin said, Muhammad Hassan. And I say Iran. I'm not pronouncing it like Walt Banger Hannity or that bum Morticia Fat Boy 11. What? War, shut up. God. Sorry, folks. It's just, I find, yeah, Green Day sucks. Sorry. I just cannot play. Dragon Force. Do I like punk? Does this answer your question? Who sold the most albums from Canada? I don't think it's Nickelback. Only one album did, but compared to the Rush catalog, it hasn't sold as much, I don't think. Celine Dion, I think, sold more records than Rush here, but that's neither here nor there. Justin Bieber hasn't sold more records than Rush. Anarchy in the UK, get that right. Let's see, I'm reading this. WWE Master. You're a butt. You're out of here. Fleetwood Mac. I like Lindsey Buckingham and Christine McVie. My two favorite singers in the band. And Lindsay was my favorite writer in the band. Stevie Nicks, you have to be in a mood for her. Thumper, I'm a big fan of Rush. Ryder, I just gave you my opinion of Fleetwood Mac. Excuse me. Yeah. Mocking, Green Day stole from Chicago, who stole from Led Zeppelin. So everyone who complains, oh, Led Zeppelin steals from everybody. No, everybody steals from everybody. Even Judas Priest stole from Styx, for goodness sake. But you didn't see Dennis DeYoung sue Judas Priest for Beyond the Realms of Death. Yeah, played the beginning of Sweet Madam Blue and played the beginning of Beyond the Realms of Death. They sound eerily similar. And Steve Miller actually ripped himself off because the riff here, he first played that riff in 1969 on My Dark Hour, and then 6 or 7 years later, he added that to the opening lick of Fly Like an Eagle. So yeah, Steve Miller borrowed from himself, and John Fogerty borrowed from himself. Yeah, And Saul's aunt sued John Fogerty for sounding like himself. Michelle, you rule. Tom Sawyer. Do I miss Neil Peart? American Saxon? Of course. The two rock star deaths that hit me the worst were Neil and Richard Wright of Pink Floyd. When Richard Wright of Pink Floyd died, I actually went into a depression when he died. It was a year after my mom passed away, mind you. And then 2 weeks after Rick Wright passed, my best friend Dan passed, and my maternal grandmother passed. So I had a trying 2 years. And Sid Barrett passed in July 2006. So from July 2006 to October 2008. Do you know any Boston Thumper? I've been learning this song as of late. This is called A Man I'll Never Be. This is the chords to it. Let me see. I can play. I think I could play Dreamboat Annie in straight chords, which is this. Is. I think that's all I know about Dreamboat Annie. Classic rock, very much. Yeah, you're gonna love my podcast, Michelle. I have more episodes coming up soon. I got to re-record a bunch of them. I have to put a few of them together. On my rant about those who butchered "You Shook Me All Night Long," you're gonna love what I do. Let's see. Rocky Mountain Way. Marty Robbins was boring ass country. Give me Johnny Cash any day of the week. Yeah, listen to this. Do you? Oh, do you? Do you all my life? Oh, do you? I would have it for my wife. Dewey's gone. One more round. Dewey's gone. Rick Rubin saved Johnny Cash's career, and those American albums rule. Yeah. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Pooey, this way they Red Hot Chili Peppers. Bobby Durham. Never heard of that dude. Anyway. Life's been good to me so far. Ring of Fire. It's funny that Johnny Cash and Def Leppard each had songs called Ring of Fire. Two different styles, I might add. Oh my goodness. Speaking of Def Leppard, I can play. I think this one I can play. Ah, sheesh. Wago Falcaro. Take your hip hop R&B loving ass out of here so I can concentrate on my rock and roll shit. Billy Idol. He was one of my oldest sister made Tony Lane Peace her favorite singers. Thanks, American Saxon. I appreciate that. And I have more episodes of my podcast coming soon. I have 23 episodes up. I'm working on 24 right now. Little River Band, First Under the Wire. The album with Lonesome Loser and Cool Change. The Game by Queen. Oh my goodness. Back in Black by AC/DC and a bunch of other episodes I have to either re-record or record or whatever. And Billy Idol, my sister loved those first three Billy Idol albums: the self-titled, Rebel Yell, and Whiplash Smile. She jumped off the ship with when that album with Cradle of Love. I forgot the name of it. Charmed Life. That's what it was called. It was gone. Well, if you need another Rush fan, I'm all for it. Yes, yeah. Yeah, in fact, Rush is, apart from Pink Floyd, my other favorite band of all time. And I got to see Rush 5 times. It was actually on this day, 28 years ago, I saw Rush at Great Woods, where they recorded 2112 and Leave That Thing Alone for different stages. So, yes, I'm on a live album. And that concert was ass-kickingly great. Social Distortion sucks. But as I was talking about Rush here, um, yeah, I mean, I'll never forget that. I mean, it was the second Rush concert I went to, and I was on the general admission lawn of Great Woods. And during Animate, some clowns who were shit faced, I was watching the concert, and all of a sudden, I bullshit you not, my second oldest sister pulled me by the t shirt to prevent me from getting cold cocked right in the face. Yeah, because I was zoomed in, I was zoned in on the show. I was zoned in, and these drunks were almost killing each other. Yeah, he loves you too. It's pronounced Thumper. It's pronounced Peart, Peart. Peer is in peer, T, silent T, Peart. I'll do it one more time. Silent P, ear, silent T, Peart. There you go, American Saxon. You know that. No bon phony. To quote Kurt Cobain about that dude, he was an untalented piece of shit. I miss Kurt Cobain. I know I goofed on him when he was alive, but in hindsight, I was just kind of like, what the hell is he doing? And I like to thank my friend Steve Hooper for kind of helping me see the light on that band during senior high school, just before at the time In Utero was actually a brand new album. Because at first I was like, yeah, these guys are corrupt. He's like, no, Terrence, park your pride at the side. It's actually a great record. I'm like, okay, for you, I'll play it. And I listened to it, and I was blown away. Frank Zappa, he died my senior year of high school. That was horrible. I mean, I get irked when people mispronounce Neil Peart's last name. I get irked when people say, I call David Gilmour, they call him Dave. I'm like, it's David, you morons. David Gilmour. Sheesh. And yeah, I'm happy to say this. I got to see my two favorite bands within 19 days in 1994. Rush on the 1st of May, 94. Pink Floyd on the 19th of May, 94. And Gilmour is the reason why I kept playing the guitar. When I realized I couldn't have Eddie Van Halen fingers. Excuse me. Let's see, I miss Jimi Hendrix. I mean, Hendrix sadly dealt with a drug dependency. I think if you didn't have Mike Jeffrey as a manager and hung with Chaz Chandler, if he had Chaz Chandler still as his manager, I think Hendrix would have lived a little longer. But Mike Jeffrey didn't give a crap about Hendrix. All he saw him as a money tree and drug addiction. And Hendrix sadly died from those demons called drugs and alcohol. Thumper, my music interest started when I was about 5 years old. Because I was the youngest of 8 in my family. I'm on bullshitting here. The first album I ever owned was the Little River Band First Under the Wire. That was on 8-track cartridge. I'm a little ahead of you. I'm now 49 years old. And then the second album I owned, I think, was the Eagles' Greatest Hits Volume 1. Third was Hotel California. Fourth was The Long Run. Fifth was Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band 9 Tonight. And also a fan of Pink Floyd and all that stuff. Monka, take Magic Johnson and shove it straight up your ass and see where it fits. Or as Tony Montana said it, why don't you try sticking your head up your ass and see if it fits. Yeah, Blue Sky, Rush, and Pink Floyd. Yeah, I saw them within 19 days. I went to Rush, my first Rush concert, sick as a dog. I had tonsillitis and a strep throat. I had to go to the hospital the next day after school. And I inadvertently woke up my father before school that day, the day after Rush. I said, Dad, I apologize, but this is more important. Oh, I'm right-handed, actually. Eddie Van Halen. Here's a fact. Diver Down was the sixth album I ever owned in my life. Van Halen, that was actually the first hard rock album I owned. Kept stealing my oldest sister Tony, may she lay in peace, her vinyl copy of Diver Down, which she got at Christmas '82, to the breaking point. She had to go to my parents while I was at Kennedy Memorial for autism-related progress evaluation. I wasn't I wasn't I wasn't committed, but they were doing like progression evaluations, and my sister was like, "Mom, Dad, do something. Terrence is stealing my record." They're like, "Don't say nothing to him. We're buying him that tape for his birthday." And they bought me that Greatest Hits Volume 2 by the Eagles and Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band's 9 Tonight for my 7th birthday. Then I get Men at Work, Business as Usual, Pink Floyd, The Final Cut. That was the first Pink Floyd album I owned, was The Final Cut. Lasted about a month and a half until one of my many pet cats decided to take a whiz on the damn thing. Then I had to restart my Pink Floyd collection properly in January of '84 with Dark Side of the Moon. Thank goodness. And then The Wall, then The Final Cut again, then Wish You Were Here, then Dance Songs, etc., etc., etc. Eddie Van Halen. He was a genius. I never got to see Van Halen. I should have seen them. Sort of David Lee Roth's voice was right. I should have just gone to see them. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Oh yeah, I was an original line man or bust. Arthur Morgan, I don't play video games, except for Nintendo, Sega Genesis, or Atari. The first Rush album I had, heard was Moving Pictures. First I had was a given copy of Moving Pictures, then Power Windows, then A Farewell to Kings, and another copy of Moving Pictures, and I just started collecting them in 1990. Once I heard all of Ace's Stage Left on the radio, actually I got everything from YYZ up through Xanadu, so the end of side 1 through all of side 3, because they played the whole album. Blank Tape ran out, then I went and got Permanent Wave, Signals, 2112, Fly By Night, Exit Stage Left. Ace, you saw the 1984 tour, I salute you. I watched the concert from Montreal, shot on 8mm. It was a kick-ass show. What year is it, ladies and gentlemen? 1984! Show us the lights, Cannon, the spirit of rock and roll. Are you ready? Man, oh man. David Lee Roth jumping off that drum riser. That was awesome. Adamant Nights, I know who that. Do 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 goody two goody two goody two shoes goody two two shoes. My sister Tony had that album as well, Friend or Foe from 1982. That was his first solo album after Adam and the Ants imploded. Adam Ant went solo with his first album, Friend or Foe. And the last track on the album was called The Ballad of Marco, if I'm not mistaken. And Strip had Phil Collins play the drums and he produced it. How can anyone hate Phil Collins? You hate Gowan. Ace, I gotta say this about Gowan. He's ruined Styx. Tommy Shaw is a greedy, money-hungry bitch. No wonder people don't like him. He's a greedy, money-hungry little Napoleon. Kicking Dennis DeYoung while he was sick. Dennis DeYoung went to bat for Tommy. And what thanks did Dennis get while he was sick as a dog? Kicked out of his own band. What the hell? And Gowan butchers Dennis DeYoung's parts. It's no different to Jonathan Wilson neutering David Gilmour's parts in Roger Waters concerts nowadays. Yeah, Jonathan Wilson sings Gilmour as if Gilmour had his testicles removed. Pisses me off. Yeah, I know that. Phil Collins flew in the Concorde to do Live Aid, both parties. And yeah, here's the truth, folks. Live Aid got me into Led Zeppelin. May sound insane, but it's true. Because I only heard a Whole Lot of Love prior to that. Then I watched their set. So what if they had a few bum notes here and there? It's rock and roll. The imperfections. And people complain, oh, Jimmy Page's guitar was out of tune. No, morons. It was going through a flanger. It had a flanger effect. Think Van Halen. Think David Gilmour from 1978 to 1984. Bless you, American Saxon. As I was saying, yeah. And Robert Plant's voice at the beginning of rock and roll was not new to him either. Watch any concert from 1975 at Earl's Court. He struggled at the beginning of rock and roll then. All these morons. And yeah, I am a fan of Queen, but I can say their performance at Live Aid was subpar as far as I'm concerned. Especially when you've been spoiled by concerts like Earl's Court 77, Houston 77. Thumper. Motley Spew, yeah. God, I don't like Motley Crue. Rat. Can I do Fame? Um, yeah, Dark Side of the Moon. That was a game. My mom used to play me that album to lull me to sleep. And guess how many copies I have of that sucker now? Like 7 or 8 copies. 2 vinyl. One's an original complete. And the others I have the 180 gram 50th anniversary and several CD copies of it. And I have different mixes of it, the stereo quad mix, the 5.1 mix, the Dolby Atmos mix, live versions from 72, 73, 74, 75, and the Division Bell Tour on Pulse. Excuse me. Yeah, I got Pulse the day it came out, the Double Bowl Live album. And yeah, I actually, and some people, this may sound like heresy, but I actually prefer the live version of Dark Side of the Moon on Pulse. I'll listen to that now that since the studio album has been, I think, kind of quasi played on the radio, but so I don't suffer from fatigue, I go to other performances. Happy, if you're a troll, do you want your teeth knocked down your throat? Fame makes it love, then things over. Fame, da 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 da. Great John Lennon, great David Bowie track from the Young Americans album. Yeah. Oh my God. Much better live feed tonight than last night's disaster, which was a nightmare. Talking about Mick Ralston's turn into a celebration of rock and roll here. You know, trying to keep these rock and roll bands' legacies alive. We have to do that, ladies and gentlemen, because eventually we're going to be phased out by the Taylor Swifts of the world. And I feel bad for high school students of today. Do I like Motley Spew in a word? No. I like making fun of them, but I hate those bastards. Let me try 18 from Alice Cooper. I'd have to work on it. I know the basic chords, but I'd have to. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. We built the city, Starship. Oh my God. Brings back memories from when I was in 4th grade, 1985, 86. Didn't like that song then. I don't like it now. Yeah, I am. Yeah. Yeah, it's because the phone's reversed. I can't reverse the phone because I'm a right-hander. Like my friend JCM Led Zeppelin Stories, he's a right-hander as well, but because we're shooting these videos on our phone. Eric already played a Sex Pistols tune earlier. I'll play it for you one more time. See if you can spot it. Right now! I am an antichrist. I am an anarchist. Don't know what I want, but I know when to get it. Wanna destroy parts of pie, cause I wanna be anarchy in the city. Anarchy for the UK. That's coming sometime, maybe. I forget the rest of the fucking words. I don't know what I'm singing. Kurt Cobain, Tortured Soul. May he lay in peace. Yeah, here's. Don't have a gun. No, I don't have a gun. First album he ever bought was Jukebox Foreigner 4. Masterpiece, my man. I have that on vinyl. My oldest sister had that on vinyl too. That was actually the first Foreigner album I ever heard when I was a small kid. The first album I was given, I think, was a copy of Foreigner 4 early in '87, because my late sister's ex-boyfriend gave me a bunch of his cassette tapes, and I just played them amazingly. Ozark Mountain Daredevils. Ooh, Jackie Blue. That's the only song that they had that was a hit, I think. That was before I was born. A few months before I was born. It was in '75. A 45, yeah, a small record with one song on it. Foreigner 4 was on a 33 and a third 12-inch vinyl, the full album. Freebird. I could play the chords to that. If I leave here tomorrow. Oops. I fucked up my motto on The Simpsons. Would you still remember me? I must be traveling home now. Yeah. Yeah, a 45 was a 7-inch. 33 and a third were 12-inch. And it had 5 songs on Foreigner 4. Jukebox Hero on the single was cut in like... Worst guitar player, Neil Young. Actually, I could play this. See, some Neil Young songs are easy to play. Yeah, that's out of the. I think it's Out of the Blue into the Black. Yeah, LP, long player. And of course, how about this dude? Oops. Raylan Terrence Reardon. TERRENCEREARDON. 8-track cartridges, yes. I had a few 8-tracks myself as a kid. Now they're collectibles. Trying to find decent heavy metal titles on 8-track, like the first 3 Iron Maiden albums. Prepare to pay a lot of money for them. Because the Iron Maiden 8-tracks of the first 3 albums are worth a lot of money. Even some of the Pink Floyd ones in excellent condition are worth money. Even the quad ones, like Dark Side of the Moon, Atom Heart Mother, and Wish You Were Here. Those all were quad mixes on 8-track cartridge. And if you had the Animals 8-track, you had a little surprise. Pigs on the Wing in full with an extra guitar solo, not on CD or vinyl or cassette. And Pigs 3 Different Ones is actually a minute and 15 seconds shorter on the 8-track. And The Wall, the loop of "Isn't This Where We Came In" was removed, so it just begins with the. So the album just begins with. Oops. Yeah, let's see. Do I fake my playing? No, I don't. Yeah, on the Wall 8 track, also Another Brick in the Wall Part 2 is slightly shorter. The ending, anyway. Stomping Tom, that was before my time, I think. Another Brick in the Wall Part 3 was shortened. Goodbye Cruel World was shortened. Hey You was cutting. They had the first verse at the end of the second program, then it fades out, and then it fades back into the beginning of the second verse. It's funny. Comfortably Numb, the ending guitar solo was cut by a minute, which really pissed me off. And like I said, the trial was Outside the Wall, ends with Bad Bugger's Wall. That's how the A track of The Wall ends, with just the final chord, the final C chord. No, isn't this where we came in? Let's see. Tom Connors. Oh boy. The government. I lost my hair. My hair thinned out, you bot. And if you don't like what I have, if you don't like me, excuse me, go talk to your mom. Because ask your mom. Sheesh, I sound like my own podcast and the mom jokes. I shouldn't say that, but there's a lot of assholes out there. I'm trying to learn from JCM how to handle these douchebags. But the trouble is, I just don't put up with anyone's crap. I'm like Daffy Duck, hot-headed. He's Speedy Gonzales. I'm Daffy Duck. Sometimes I actually can be like Yosemite Sam when I'm pissed off. How fast you bad temper, shankle-tooth varmint? Get on deck and load this can. Cut out the army talk. We're in the Navy. Sit her down. Sit her down. Oh, I'll kick that thing here. Yeah, Yosemite Sam is a pirate yelling at a Tasmanian devil. Andrew Sisters. God. 1940s crap. I like it when Queen did parody pastiches of it, especially when Brian May could add his guitar solo to make it more of a rock and roll thing. Lazy on a Sunday afternoon. And then Brian May's like, okay, I'll add some hard rock guitar solo to it. Oh my goodness. Good old Brian May. Dred Zeppelin, yeah, their lead singer toured Elvis. Since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's down at the end of a lonely street, the Heartbreak Hotel. I get so lonely, baby. Cliff Burton from Metallica, he rules. I have an episode on Ride the Lightning for you to check out. Wolf Ev, EVR. Jay Graham's Don't Be an Asshole. I don't do drugs. Drugs destroy my family, you ass. I don't do cocaine. Britney Spears does cocaine. She's a drug addict. Let me see if I can play Smoke in the Water. This may be tricky here, but let me give it a try here. I'm a man on the Silver Mountain. I'm a wheel, I can roll, I can feel. I like Smoke in the Water better as Man on the Silver Mountain. The government, go suck on Alex Jones's dick, you bitch. That fat Marlboro Red puffin' faggot. I'm gonna take a gun. Shut up, you fat bastard. I got 2 words for him. Jenny Craig. And I got two more words for him: lung cancer. No, we're not timing him out. Hang on. Hang on. I got a better idea. The government, your ass is your ass is fired as of today. You're like a hot jalapeno pip. Yeah. Remember this: as hot as a jalapeno pepper is to the government, your ass is fired as of today. Sheesh. You're rocking lights. Let's see. You need a true channel for yourself. Lights, background. Marco Rubio, he's a rhino prick. I never liked that fat bitch anyway. Fuck Rubio. What he did to the man in the White House back in the day, I don't trust him. He's a weasel. Sticks rules. Long live the classic lineup. Everything up to Brave New World, they did no wrong. After Tommy Shaw threw his old bitch fit via that crooked manager Brusco, who's the same douchebag who ruined Bad Company and ruined Skinnerd. Brusco is a piece of shit. Kicking Dennis DeYoung out while he was sick as a dog. They should have done what Def Leppard did when Rick Allen had his arm severed, or when Phil Collins was going through his marriage problems in '79. Put the band on break, let them rest until the shit came, until the things got better, and then resume things. Because if I'm not mistaken, Styx had two successful tours in '96 and '97, playing 15,000 seaters, doing 2-hour shows with an opening act, but played, they were promoting a live album in '97 that had 3 new songs, and it was the 20th anniversary of the Grand Illusion. That was the last time they were relevant, was '97. Once they kicked Dennis DeYoung out, Styx was dead to me. Alex Jones, he's obese, man. And he dyes his hair, and his real name is Bill Hicks. He's not 51 years old. He's fucking 60 some odd, dyes his beard and dyes his hair, and chain smokes Marlboro Reds. I don't like Snickerdoodle, you prick. You sound like one of those bots who are trying to fish my phone, you fucking cockroach. Funny monkey. Funny monkey. You sound like Britney Spears. Get that piece of trailer park trash off my feed. Kim Mitchell. He should have been bigger in the States. I don't know why Americans didn't give Kim Mitchell and Max Webster the love they deserved. That final album they did, Universal Juveniles, wasn't bad, but the best song on there was the song with Rush, Battlescar. Then again, I'm biased because I'm a Rush fanatic. 2 bands working together. Neil Peart's Tama Kit, Getty's Thunder and Bass, Alex's batshit guitar. Man, oh man. Ozzy Osbourne, his health is taking a big turn. We dread the day we lose him, but I'm glad I got to see the Ozman in 2016 on Black Sabbath's farewell tour, the End Tour. PWE, I go crazy when people piss me off. That's, why don't you PWE? I go nuts. I associate the word mad with that's madness. Let's just say I get pissed off with trolls. Miles3227. I have an episode on Brothers in Arms I just did a week ago. It's up. I urge you to watch it. It's great. What was that laugh? That was my mad laugh. Get it? Madman. In England, they call people crazy mad. So I figured this is, I did that to basically tell someone that Alex Jones. Cocaine, my man. Sorry. The same drug that Britney Spears is doing, folks. I blew out an eardrum. Oh my goodness. How's it going? My nose is going a little crazy here. I'll be playing more of my guitar in just a moment. I just gotta grab a drink. My throat's parched. Don't want to ruin this guitar. This guitar is like a 40-some-odd-year-old instrument. I'll be playing more guitar in just a moment. I just gotta grab a drink. The stream is about the memory of Mick Ralph's A Bad Company and classic rockers who are passing away and dropping like flies, sarcastic. It's a classic rock podcast. And I'm doing live feeds to do promotion for it. Yeah. So when people say I'm like, you mean angry? Oh, whatever. I'm like, yep, you got that right, Ace. It's about anything rock and roll. Because I'm a classic rock podcaster. And I do this to promote the show. I do these live feeds because I like to promote the show, get more viewers and subscribers, because it's a lot of hard work just trying to do it all on your own. That's why I'm trying to get donations here and more viewers and subscribers. I'm in the dark. There, I'm afraid of the dark. Yeah, you're supposed to be afraid of the dark when you're a kid, but I guess you can be afraid of the dark at any time. You know how that goes. Fire, 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 fire. I know is my BBG. You are a bot from Japan. Get your ass out of here. Sorry. I just don't trust AI robotos. She could be Mrs. Roboto. Just gotta take, sheesh. I know we're gonna have a heat wave up here in the Northeast. No, I'm not talking about the Who song either. Whenever I'm with you, something inside starts to burn deep. Got a heat wave burning in my heart. Can't keep her from crying. You're tearing me apart. Oh my goodness. As a matter of fact, I'll grab the guitar and play that particular track. The song to describe what's going on for the weather here. No, this is actually a 1981 Fender Lead 1 guitar that I got for Christmas in 1998. It was only $200. Now it's worth like thousands of bucks. And still in excellent shape for a 40-some-odd-year-old guitar. The guitar I've had for the longest time, and it's my favorite company, Fender. But yeah, this is what's going on outside. Thank you very much. Oops. Sheesh. Sheesh. I gotta start over. Ah, shit. Sheesh. Heat wave. Whenever I'm with you, something inside starts to burn deep, and my heart's filled with fire. This is the way love's supposed to be. Got a heat wave burning in my heart. Can't keep it from crying. You're tearing me apart. The Who version of Heat Wave. All I can picture is Keith Moon's drumming going at 9,000 miles an hour and Roger Daltrey singing. Got a heat wave. Throw some Tex-Mex pickups in there. Nah, I like my American custom Fender pickups. Let's see. Let me see. Tristan Neal, you can go to heaven. It's just, excuse me. I find that the Baptist religion and some of these organized, some of the religions, like the Protestant religion, they give Christianity a bad reputation. The Kirk Camerons of the world, the Left Behind. Don't scare people. Tired of this fear crap. Oh, you're gonna shut the hell up, Kirk. The reason you went to that thing, yeah, Elvis Presley, the king, the real king of rock and roll was Elvis. And yeah, a little sad fact: him and his final tour happened the same time Led Zeppelin's final tour occurred. And Elvis was kind of like the living embodiment of all four members of Led Zeppelin. Jimmy Page wore the big flashy suits like Elvis. John Bonham was doing the physically demanding stuff. John Entwistle was the music. John Paul Jones was the musical director, and Robert Plant. It's just, hang on a second. Dispute that. Glenna Castro, you're a bot here. Little Richard. Little Richard was a little fruity in the pants. Woo! I can't. I can't. I'd have to have my nuts removed to do that part. I mean, good God, I miss Molly. Woo! Oh my God. No wonder he was a little flamboyant. Keep your flamboyance to yourself there, Little Richard. I mean, Robert Plant and various other musicians would beg to differ. They think Elvis was the king. And Bill Haley. Chuck Berry. He was into he was having sex with 12-year-old girls and doing drugs because he was a crackhead. And let's see. And little Jerry Lee Lewis married his teenage cousin. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Who was the guys from the Beatles that was assassinated by a fan? John Lennon. Hang on. B.B. King. Yeah. B.B. King could just solo. He could never play chords. The thrill is gone. Sorry. Ouch. I don't have fast fingers. I'm just, you know. Chuck Berry, Jerry Lee Lewis. Oh my God. When I did an episode of Rock Metal Combat, Ace, here's a funny story. When we were talking about crazy little thing called love, Ian Wadley, aka Wadzilla, said, I hate Elvis, Aaron, fucking Presley. The true kings of rock and roll are Chuck Berry and Little Richard. They have more fucking talent than fucking Elvis. I go, what about Jerry Lee Lewis? Jerry Lewis is the fucking killer. He's got fucking talent, people. Oh, the thrill is gone, baby. I can't play it too much. Oh my God. That's because we were fighting over Queen's crazy little thing called Love Ace. And Ralph Vieira, Dr. Fuck, Almost Human on YouTube, he goes, I love Elvis Presley, Ian. He is the king of rock and roll. Oh my God. I mean, Jerry Lee Lewis, he was the killer. I love that dude. May he lay in peace. He could knock down a stool, play the piano with his feet, with his ass. It's showmanship. It's rock and roll. In fact, that was the first thing that got Dennis DeYoung into rock and roll was Jerry Lee Lewis when he was a kid. People say, oh, he was a Barry Manilow fan. No, his favorite band was this. Oh yeah, I tell you something. I think you understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand. The Beatles. And the song that made him the big fan was this. Close your eyes, I will kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember that all of you. He most certainly did. His, I think one of his family relatives was Jimmy Swagger, and him and Jimmy Swagger used to have many rows. Gene Vincent, big influence on Paul McCartney. Bebop Balula, she's my baby. Or Blue Jean Baby with your big blue eyes. Don't want you looking at other guys. La do 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 do. Blue jean bop, baby, blue jean bop, baby, blue jean bop, jean bop, baby, blue jean bop, baby, won't you rock with me? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Paul McCartney brought that song to a new generation on the Run Devil Run album. His cover of Blue Jean Bop. Mick Green of Johnny Kidd and the Pirates did the first solo. The second solo on that track was David Gilmour of Pink Floyd. Yeah. Good old Paul McCartney. If it wasn't for him, I don't think the Beatles would have been the great band that they were. Slow Ride. I can play it. Ah, shit. The song Rumble banned on the radio had no lyrics. I'll look it up. Shit. Ah, shit. Oh my goodness. Hang on, I'll play it. Rumble is a classic. I think and I'll play right now a few seconds of it. Let's see, Rumble. Hang on. Rumble. Vincent. Song. Band. I'm looking it up. The only instrumental band on the radio. Link Ray. Think it. Oh, Link Ray Rumble. Hang on. Link Ray. Hang on, I'm playing it right now. Catchy tune. Those Bay City Rollers. A joke. Are you guys the Bay City Rollers? No, I'm Gladys Knight and these are my tips. You guys so are the Rollers. Those are they had their Saturday morning show on NBC. I don't know why the hell they banned it. This is ridiculous. I can. Ted Nugent, was he overrated? After 1978, yes. Oops, I fucked up. Oops. Whoever banned this song should be bitch slapped. But they allowed that Jezebel Britney Spears to have a hit. Yeah, hang on. Oh my god. Fighting music, my ass. Yeah. I think it was way too ahead of its time. Because if I think that shit came out like in 1971 or 72 on rock radio, it would have been all over the place. But, God. People weren't ready for it. Fish fan. I hate Grateful Dead wannabes. How long have I been playing guitar? Off and on for 36 years. 50s fighting music. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and you want to hear? Here's another instrumental that pissed off people. Excuse me, and I cannot play the previous track from Alice Cooper without this. Link Ray Rumble, and then this classic. Street Fight. Yeah. This is Alice Cooper. Yeah, Rumble turned into a street fight. Oh my god. Yeah, Gutter Cats versus the Jets slash street fight. Yeah. That's a great album. Yeah. Saw Alice Cooper on the same bill with Heaven and Hell, aka Dio fronted Black Sabbath in 2007. Ah, bless your heart, Rockstar the musical. The thing is, I love rock operas more than musicals. Some of my favorite albums are rock operas: Tommy, Quadrophenia, The Wall, Lamb Lies Down. I guess Wish You Were Here you can kind of construe as a rock opera. Well, Have a Cigar particularly, with the record exec, played by Roy Harper. Coming in here, boy, have a cigar, you're gonna go far. I'm gonna make you a star, you're gonna fly high. Blue Sky, I prefer Superman. Yeah. Actually, yeah, let me play this. Williams. This was my superhero when I was a kid. This, I know a lot of people like Batman, but this was my childhood. Yep. Superman was my favorite comic book character from DC Comics when I was a kid in those first two Superman movies. That was my childhood. Christopher Reeve, may he lay in peace. And this was my other favorite comic book hero. And I'll play you the theme song of the cartoon series. And it goes something a little like this, if you're ready. Here we go.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.
Yeah. Spider-Man and Superman. And Supertramp, one of the best bands of all time, yes. Paul Carrack, he was a great singer. And he was not a one-hit wonder. Who's funnier than Bugs Bunny? Bugs Bunny is the greatest. I was a Warner Brothers Looney Tunes kid from the get-go. Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Tasmanian Devil. Original Spider-Man died. The creator or the voice actor from the 1967 series? Oh my goodness. Take the Long Way Home. Breakfast in America, phenomenal. I have a Supertramp episode actually, Thumper, on Crime of the Century. It's up. Daffy Duck. If you have not ever seen the movie Daffy Duck's Fantastic Island, the parody of Fantasy Island, it's hilarious. Bugs Bunny, I mean Daffy Duck and Speedy Gonzales trapped on a deserted island. Look, boss, two sheeps. We are saved. Two sheep? Two sheep? No, boss, two sheeps in the water. Oh, ship ahoy there! Oh, what's the matter with you guys? We're on the beach. Quit horsing around and rescue us. Oh my goodness. Get him the SES. That's SOS, you jerk. SOS, whatever. Oh my goodness. You wouldn't be able to get that these days. Steve Ditko. He created Spider-Man. Son of a bitch. Tom Odell. I never heard that dude. Miguel Gorilla. Hanna-Barbera kind of got played out after a while. And my favorite Tom and Jerry series, ironically, was not Hanna-Barbera. It was Chuck Jones. 1962 or 1964, 63 or 4 to 67. Chuck Jones made it even more funny. It's like making it more like Roadrunner Coyote type chase things. Hilarious. And I also like the Filmation from 1980 with the synthesizer stuff. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, that's what if they'd use repeat footage. The Rooster cartoon. When the Rooster crows, that's my favorite Filmation Tom and Jerry cartoon from 1980. Yeah, the much hated Filmation era, but I love it. It was part of my early childhood. Yeah, man, oh man, I had yeah, as I was saying about Spider-Man. You know, when I was a little baby or a small child, I had two plush I had a plush Spider-Man and a plush Superman. They would ward off from nightmares. They would prevent the nightmare monsters from coming after me in my sleep. And my brother, my biological brother, he was an incredible Hulk nerd, and he also loved Batman. So I was like, what is my favorite movie? Whew, I got quite a few of them. One's Over the Edge, Matt Dillon from '79. Scarface, another. Goodfellas, another one. Um, Falling Down, Michael Douglas, another favorite movie of mine. Grumpy Old Men 1 and 2. Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon. The two Odd Couple movies. Odd Couple 1 and Odd Couple 2 from '98. The Looney Tunes movies, Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner movie. Uh, the Daffy Duck film, Fantastic Island. Bugs Bunny's 1001 Rabbit Tales. Daffy Duck Quackbusters. Monty Python Life of Brian. Flash Gordon. Yeah, the music in that movie. Queen did the film score. Highlander. Scarface. I could quote a lot of movie lines from the movie. Antonio Montana, and you said sanitation. You said not sanitation. You said sanitarium, not sanitation. What the fuck, man? Oh God, I cannot quote that movie without saying the f bomb. That movie had so many f bombs. It's not even funny. Most people associate that with the rap hip hop community, but then look at Led Zeppelin's manager. They did that shit. Peter Grant used to fight promoters and um, concert security people, have them by the throat. Favorite kung fu movie? Ooh. I guess No Retreat, No Surrender. Bloodsport. I haven't watched many of them, to be honest with you. And I also do like bits and pieces of They Call Me Bruce. With my right foot, I can knock out that knife. With that left, I can kick your nose. With my hand, I can poke out your eyes. And with this hand, I can break your neck. Take a good look at my face. I am Oriental. It's cool, bro. I want no trouble, man, but it's cool. But next time, you may not be lucky. Yeah, Falling Down. When I first saw that movie, my senior high school, that was game changer. And I also love Demolition Man with Stallone. In the first Blood movie, and Last Blood. Could I play the Weezer riff? I think the only Weezer song I do know is this one. That's Buddy Holly in standard tuning because their songs you have to tune the guitar down a half step. So I'm playing it in standard tuning. School of Rock. I don't know that one. I think I do. I think I know this Van Halen tune. I figured this one out. Ah, that's Van Halen Lost of Control. I cannot play that fast. I don't have Eddie Van Halen fingers. How you doing, Sparrow? Good to see you. Talking various different music topics here. And I'm looking at this. Sheesh, I'm looking at I already played Highway to Hell earlier. And I'm looking at what else is going on. Going to my YouTube studio here for just a kick and giggle here, folks. I'm doing good. Doing very well. And looking at what's going on right now. Oh, now I'm getting more and more subscribers. Sheesh. Excuse me, I'm doing well. My Mick Ralph's tribute video has already... Oops. Whoops. Wrong video. Wrong button. Oh, almost 100 plays in just a few short hours. My eulogy to Mick Ralph's a bad company. Play Thunderstruck. I don't have the fingers for it. I wish I did. Oh my goodness. I'm a little fatigued. This heat is making me tired, folks. How I'm doing a live video in a heat wave while I'm tired. I'm afraid of playing Don't Stop Believing on the guitar because I don't have a Les Paul, which hits that note that at the very end of the fret here, I can't bend it because I'm afraid of breaking a string. Because I'm not Neil Schon as far as guitarists go. I'm more of a David Gilmour type guitar player. So I can do this. Tupac. Yeah, I got a name for him. Say his name backwards. You got my exact opinion of him. Kaput. Get it? Tupac is kaput. And the notorious B.I.G. is now nothing but smoked pork. Oh my goodness. And Bruno Mars. He can't sing or play for fucking shit. I'm Bruno Mars. I play several instruments. Hey, he can't hold Prince's jockstrap. May Prince lay in peace. And Bruno Mars, he sucks. And by the way, watching those Super Bowl halftime shows, they all went to shit after Tom Petty passed on. May Tom Petty lay in peace. The last man to play live at the Super Bowl was Petty. Good old Tom Petty, man. Pink Floyd, the only Floyd that matters. Yeah, speaking of Floyd. Sheesh. Do I like Metallica? I have 2 episodes of Metallica up, Landon, and Justice for All, and Ride the Lightning. Amelia, take a hike. Bruno sucks balls. To quote Eric Cartman, Bruno Mars sucks my balls. And Ozzy, Bruno Mars sucks my balls. Nita Strauss. Good piece of eye candy, if I say so myself. I'd love to seduce her, but she's married to her manager producer. Only thing you can do is pray that she gets divorced someday. Oh my goodness. You can fantasize. Bruno. Bruno can't play for shit. Beyonce, she's nothing either. Where's Tina Turner when you need her? Oh yeah, Beyonce wouldn't have the balls to have people like Jeff Beck or Dire Straits or David Bowie or Bryan Adams or Eric Clapton or Phil Collins play on her records. Oh yeah, after Tina Turner broke free from Ike, her career went further up. Good thing she broke away from Ike. Mick and Keith got her out of there. Rod Stewart. Dire Straits, The Fix helped her out on Private Dancer on Better Be Good to Me. Jeff Beck and Dire Straits were on Steel Claw and the title track, Private Dancer, which was supposed to be on Dire Straits' Love Over Gold album. But Mark Knopfler was like, I don't want to play on that track. Warner Brothers won't allow me to release the track. Good old Mark Knopfler. And self-effacing that Jeff Beck's guitar solo was a little too over the top. You can't knock Jeff Beck. Beck ruled. Jeff Beck was the man. Oh my goodness. And then the lead-off single from Tina Turner's follow-up to Private Dancer, Typical Male, featured Phil Collins on drums. And he was all over the place in those days. Man, oh man. Even as a drummer, he knew how to kick some ass. And then Eric Clapton played, I think, on the second single, What You Get Is What You See, playing the guitar solo. Returned the favor for Tina, duetting on his August album on Tearing Us Apart, which was played an awful lot on rock radio back in the day. They're tearing us apart. Oh my goodness. I knew right from the start that you're tearing us apart. Oh my goodness. Good old Eric Clapton. Oh man. The 1986 Prince's Trust concert where everybody and their mother played. And Paul McCartney, she duetted on Get Back. Good thing she broke free from Ike, because her career just went further up once she broke free from the wife beater. God bless those who stuck up for her. And then she married a Caucasian dude, and he treated her like a princess until her dying day. A German dude. That's the difference between us Caucasian men and drug-addicted dudes like Ike Turner. Is if we have a pretty woman like that we're married to, we treat them like royalty. Pharrell Williams. Oh my God. Where's Ronnie Kill to sing The Right to Rock when you need him? All my life I've been fighting for the right to make my stand. Take my life by the balls. I can't get my voice today. And that album, The Right to Rock, was produced by Gene Simmons of Kiss. Oh my God. And this was the best band at Live Aid in 1985. It goes like this. You've got another thing coming by Judas Priest. That was the closing song at Live Aid in 1985. It's time we gotta go. We love you. You've got another thing coming. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. See, I can get more views up here, more likes. See if I can join live here. Details. Just bear with me. I'm gonna try and promote the show here. Just bear with me, folks. I just gotta get to my YouTube channel. The Dresden Dolls. What kind of a name of a band is that? The return of the thin white duke, throwing darts in lovers' eyes. There are we, one magical moment of emotion. I'm playing. Stephen, I cannot sell the guitar. It was a gift given to me by my father and my oldest brother. It was a Christmas gift. It's part of my family, and it's gotten me through an awful lot of things in life. It's the constant companion that will never let you down. I love this thing. My electric guitar. And I'm just trying to get this show on the road here. Hey, Isaac. Just bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Talking music and honoring Mick. Just bear with me, folks. Ralph's of Bad Company. Right. Just want to get busted by the Gestapo, known as what's that Gestapo called? Oh yeah, the YouTube Gestapo. This is actually much more fun than last night. I mean, I tried to do a stream on Monday night. Yep, thank you. I appreciate that. It was a surprise Christmas present in 1998. I've had this guitar now for over almost 27 years. It's been with me through just about everything in the last 27 years. Wood grain, Fender Lead 1. Man, oh man. Even without an amplifier, I can play it. I can't play slide, but I sure love playing just with my fingers. Let me see if I can play this Iron Maiden one. Sheesh. Sheesh. Man, oh man, Ace Frehley is the man. Ace Frehley and Jimmy Page are the kings of the Les Paul. Aldo Nova, Monkey on Your Back. I'll have to learn that one. I don't have the fingers for it. He should have been big, but unfortunately, by the time his second album came out, a thing called Pyromania and Quiet Riot stole the thunder from those guys. Mimi 94 is actually a Fender Lead 1. Close enough to a Stratocaster, though. But it's a Fender. It's a real Fender made in the United States of America. It's a Fender Lead 1, 1980 model. And they're worth a little over a few grand these days, especially in good condition like this. Everything's still original, still working fine. Yeah. Aldo Nova, I know he is. He was from Montreal, and prior to his solo career, he was playing George Harrison in a Montreal version of Beatlemania. And then his first album came out in '82, and a lot of good songs on it. Fantasy is one of them. See the Light, the closing track's a decent tune, but some of it's old, dated. Some of it sounds like early '80s stuff. And Subject was a better record. Monkey on Your Back got boatloads of airplay on MTV and rock radio, but unfortunately, CBS put their money on Quiet Riot, Mental Health. Evanescence, they suck. I'd rather hear Portishead, and I don't like them either. That British trip hop group. Let's see. Nirvana. I'll have to learn Lithium. I don't know that one. I do know this. Ah, sheesh. I'll have to learn it. Yeah, In Bloom, yes. That's in standard tuning. Because I cannot go, I'd have to lower the guitar a semitone. I could play Endless Nameless, but I choose not to. Well, that song "Drain You" is actually in A, but live it kicked up a whole step. So I'm playing it in standard tuning, which is da 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 da. Yeah. If not for my friend Steve Hooper in high school, Marvel fan. Evanescence sucks. I'd rather hear Portishead, and I'm not a fan of them either. Beth Gibbons, that whiny Jezebel from England. I shouldn't knock people from England because England had a lot of great bands, but I'm not into trip hop. A half step, whole step down. Yeah, I know. Here's one. Here's one I know. Blue Sky, Def Leppard were from England. Sheffield, Yorkshire, England. I know the guitar solo from I Melt With You. That's the guitar solo from I Melt With You. One of the very simple guitar solo, but very effective. Modern English had that only one hit because at that time, New Wave was about to be overthrown by heavy metal. It was a civil war in rock and roll back in 1982-83. You had punk and New Wave on one side, heavy metal on the other. Men at Work versus Iron Maiden. Maiden won out. Maiden became a juggernaut. Men at Work sadly broke up because of in a Spinal Tap fashion. They weren't one hit wonders, they actually had two big hit albums. Thank you very much. It's a gift. My dad was kind enough to get it for me for Christmas in 1998. I'm not getting rid of it, I'm not selling it. It's part of me. I'm not that great at it, but a very important tool. Excuse me. And doing this live feed after the passing of Mick Ralph's A Bad Company has been kind of therapeutic. Whatever you do, you don't give up on your guitar playing because the guitar will become your best friend and one of the best things that you could ever have in your life. Yeah. And 100 some odd views tonight's feed or view or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, don't give up. The Tubes, I Don't Want to Wait Anymore. Great tune. We could be the last two on earth to start a new world. Just you and me, girl, and try. And you can almost see. And UUO, if you're a fan of classic rock music, this is your channel because I have podcasts on my videos and I'm doing these live videos to promote the show, to get new fans and more fans to tune on in. It's hard to do when you're just doing it Facebook-wise, to promote on that platform and trying to get people to watch on there. They watch like 5 seconds and they tune out. I'm like, can you play a tune? I've been playing off and on all night. I have to give up in a few minutes because I appreciate that, you. And watch for my podcast because I dig deep into albums and talk about why I love the albums I talk about. So I'm not going to be doing bands I don't like because I don't like sound like a whiner. Oh, this album sucks. This album sucks. God, I tried that one time and I sounded like a whiner. I'm not a complainer. Yeah, that's some of the things some CDs I'm parting company with on eBay because I have like 300 more plus my main sleeping quarters that I have in racks that I'm keeping, which are important. Yeah. Yeah. My dad is 80 years old and I take care of him. And when it's hot, plus 110 plus degrees, I don't want him outside and him getting heat stroke if anything happens to him. I am, to quote Clint Eastwood in the Deadpool, I'm shit out of luck. That's my Clint Eastwood imitation from the Deadpool. The last Dirty Harry movie, 37 years ago. Yeah, the only Dirty Harry movie I got to see in the theaters. Guns N' Roses had Welcome to the Jungle in that movie. I think because of that movie, I kind of give that song a lifelong pass from Burnout. Reason being is because to see Jim Carrey lip sync Jungle was hilarious. Um, you Ace, you shouldn't have timed out UUO. Kind of not cool because UUO is a good egg. Hang on. No, firewood, that's porno. I don't want porno on my feed. Um, Ace, timeouting UUO was not such a good idea because UUO is not doing anything negative. He's actually a music fan. 36 in Montana, you gotta be shitting me. It's almost like it's 80 some odd here in New England. It's supposed to be 110 tomorrow here in New England. Let me see. Limelight. Trying to play it. Yeah, I don't have Alex Lifeson fingers, but yeah, that's the intro to Limelight, and then oops, oops. Thank you very much, Big Daddy Washington. New podcast coming in a few days, or the next week, whichever comes first. 50 likes. Let me see. The live viewers are still there. See how many views I've had so far on this thing. Eventually, once I get more likes and subscribers, I'll have more people. Oh boy. Thank you, Sprockets. More subscribers, the merrier. Classic rock, keep the legacy of rock and roll alive. Mick Ralphs, we're going to keep your spirit alive, brother. Rock out in heaven with your buddy Boz Burrell of Bad Company. And we down here, we'll see you on the other side, my man. But UUO was also asking some guitar questions. You know, talking to me musically. And I have no problem with anybody as long as... Thumper, I didn't join a band. All right, Blue Sky, get some rest. God bless you. Have a good night, my man. And the Lord Jesus Christ is the main executive producer. God bless the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise God. As Eric Cartman would say on South Park. Praise the God. Long live Cartman. Oh my goodness. Gibberish means nonsense. I first learned that word on an Alvin and the Chipmunks episode. When the Chipmunks were babies. They played Witch Doctor on radio station Rock and Rod. Seville, you're fired. Ooh, ee, ah, ah, ooh. Gibberish. Now this is a hit. That's my boys singing my song. Oh my goodness. Don't worry about it, Ace. We all make mistakes, man. Can I ask you a question? Go ahead. As long as it's good music related and or baseball, sports, pro wrestling related, autism related, I'll answer. If it's anything to provoke me and to lose my temper, not interested. Just playing all this stuff. And I could stay on for another couple minutes and I have to get some sleep because it's like I'm starting to boil like a lobster up here and I'm starting to get fatigued. I'm starting to get tired. Oh, UUO, how you doing, Wux? I didn't ban you, bro. Ace had a misunderstanding with you. It's not your fault. It happens. I mean, I'm trying to... It will. Wux, you had nothing to do with what happened. Sometimes some of the moderators go a little stir crazy. I was answering your question, and sometimes the mods, they're looking out for the real bullies, not you. And Ace already apologized to you and says he's sorry. I want us all to get along. We're a classic rock community. Also, other channels I'd like you to check out are Michael Borland, The Bottom Line, and JCM Led Zeppelin Stories. Those guys have helped me exercise the beast known as Rock Metal Combat. Because if I was still with Rock Metal Combat today, it would have been torture, nightmare. I mean, in hindsight, I'm glad I left Rock Metal Combat Because in the early days, if I listen back to some of my old episodes, and hearing me curse like a sailor, I'm like, God, what was I doing? I was trying to be like those guys. Now that I have some of those old episodes, excuse me, I have to edit them. It's a pain in the neck. I have to take out certain terms, re-record sections just to flesh out the thing. And in case of the game by Queen, I had to completely re-record that episode from top to bottom. It's a pain in the neck, but what can you do? It's just right now it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I shouldn't be up here. About the guitar, yes. Keep asking me about the guitar. I think I can answer as many questions about the guitar as possible. Zard, no politics allowed. You bring up any political crap, because I don't want to discuss politics, because politics is a very bad disease. All political world leaders should learn how to play rock and roll. Well, Tony, you're heading towards the end of this music theory. That's a little tricky, but I learned about Zardgard. Zardgard, no politics allowed. I'm going to quote Greg Lake, the great Greg Lake of Emerson, Lake and Palmer. May he too lay in peace. We never learn, even deserts burn, and all politicians lie. Every president thinks that they're king. Look at old Bozo the Mac Daddy. He thought he was king. Mocking Christianity left, right, back, and front. Joe don't know what time or day it is. He was like, and his VP Harris, she was a piece of work as well. And I have to say this. The only thing that's going to save America is a third party. All right, could answer you. Hang on. Do I have to know everything about the instrument? No, just do what you love doing, Wux. And if you keep at it and you have it as your dream and you pursue it, keep at it. That's all I can say. Don't give up on your dreams. To quote John Deacon from Queen, spread your wings and fly away, and never lose sight of your dreams. Keep at it, my man. Get King, your ass is fired. I don't, Zardgard. I don't like politics, so no political thing. And then, in fact, I'm actually about to wind down here because it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm starting to get sleepy here. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say sayonara for the time being. I'm getting tired. Time for me to turn in, get some sleep, because it's going to be hot tamala. Hope you enjoy yourselves. Thanks for watching. I love you all. I'll do another one soon. God bless Mick Ralphs. God bless you all, and good night.